Look at this dude.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hey man, if you haven't already done so, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment, and click that bell while you're at it so you can be a part of the Post Noti Gang family, best family on YouTube, and that's no cat, and that's hands down. Alright man, look, we are here for the YouTube content creator internet arsonist. Or did I say that right? A narc. Whatever. Original link in the description. I ain't got time for that. The Deserved End of Adam22 is the title of the video we're about to react to today. Now, the only thing I've really seen in regards of No Jumper is I heard like they're going broke or something like that, but I saw that on Twitter and that's it. So I don't know what's going on with Adam22, but shout out to Adam22. But we're gonna do less talking, more reacting. Let's dive right into this video. Let go.
No Jumper is going broke is the title.
Yeah, literally the first second into the video. That's the only thing I've heard, and it was just that one article. So it's not like it's all viral all over the internet like, oh, Adam22 broke. Oh, Lena the Plug has no money. No Jumper, gone, bankrupt. Like, I haven't heard anything else.
A video recently posted by Adam22 to his nearly 5 million subscriber YouTube channel, No Jumper.
So, there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke.
With comments on
I did not watch that video. I did not know he uploaded a video like that.
the video such as, selling your wife and still going broke is crazy, it's nobody else's problem that you manage your business improperly, and don't forget you sold your soul for no reason, it's clear that no one has any sympathy left for Adam22. And it's for good reason.
Adam22 is very, very controversial, but at the end of the day, I mean, from what I know of, I should say, because I don't know anything about Adam22 like that, you feel me? But at the end of the day, it's not like he's hurting anybody out here, you feel me? If he wants to do whatever he does with his wife, so be it. If he wants to upload certain things of content on the internet, so be it. It's not hurting you. Unless he's out here, you know, going crazy, being a criminal, you feel me? Then that's a different story.
Can't help but make a fool out of himself for any amount of attention or views. From artificially manufacturing controversy to reclaiming his legendary cuck status a second time, Adam is desperately trying to go viral by any means necessary.
Does and don'ts.
That's what I'm saying, because I was just thinking like, oh, you might get to eat it today, and then I was like, well, you probably ain't going to eat it after I eat it. I definitely ain't going to eat it after you eat it.
That's what I'm saying.
It sucks you chose two very, very hetero guys to do this.
Unfortunately for Adam, it doesn't seem like any of those options went as well as he'd hoped.
But I honestly spent pretty much all of my time trying to create as much content as possible with No Jumper, and I can't really justify doing so unless the fundamentals of the business make sense.
So did Adam22 close down No Jumper? Like, is No Jumper done? Is over with? Is rap?
Hi, I'm the internet anarchist. I create Anarchist, not arson. I said, what did I say in the beginning? I said arsonist. I completely read it wrong. Weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be diving into the degrading and degenerate developments in the life of Adam22, as well as examine how he sold what was left of his reputation and business for an extra 5 minutes of fame. For a super quick recap, Adam22 is best known for founding and hosting the hip-hop podcast No Jumper. Yeah. The podcast
I used to be heavy watching No Jumper, like when XXX was still around, bro. I was heavy watching No Jumper episodes and things like that, but I don't, to be honest, I don't even know if I'm even subscribed to No Jumper anymore, to be completely honest, because I just stopped watching the videos and things of that nature, so.
Rose to prominence in the late 2010s by interviewing upcoming artists and pop culture personalities in a very relatable fashion. From introspective conversations with legendary rappers like XXXTentacion to behind-the-scenes coverage of exclusive concerts, the No Jumper brand consistently gave fans a slice of the hip-hop experience, and they loved every second of it. Unfortunately,
I feel like No Jumper was at its peak when X and Juice was still around, for real, bro. Like, during that whole era, bro, I honestly, like, I'm not even gonna cap to y'all. Like, I low-key missed that era, bruh. Like, everything was just so much different, I feel like, when they were around. Can you imagine, like, how things would probably be if X, Juice, even, like, King Von, you got Pete, Mac Miller, you got all these artists that ended up just, you know, dying, bro. Can you imagine where we'd probably be if they were all still around, bro? That's insane.
That success would only last for so long. As the year went by, the focus of the No Jumper brand shifted from creating worthwhile hip-hop content and more towards creating viral moments on the podcast.
You're talking about, yeah, he's been going through the he's been going through the health shit. You talking about the person that raised me?
that birthed me, my best friend that died. Oh, he's been going through the mom.
But are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when I fucking
disrespectful as I paid for the
funeral as soon as it happened just because.
Yo, what happened? Something about his mom? Like, wait, what's going on?
Loud outbursts, physical confrontations between hosts and guests, and the general inclination for degenerate activities gradually destroyed the reputation of the podcast. It didn't help that Adam was actively destroying his own reputation with actions like firing hosts.
At the end of the day, I still feel like Adam has a way of still having a comeback. Obviously, you know, No Jumper has, like I said, seen its peak, and I feel like we all missed when it was at its peak. It's dying down now, but I feel like there's a way to still revamp and kind of rebrand yourself, and starting with, for one, your management, your team, etc., bro, and your whole social media image. It's time to do a cleanup.
During live streams.
It's gonna take you providing the entire Discord chat and pointing out line by line things that you didn't say that I'm being told by multiple people that you did say.
I can show you the entire chat. I didn't say that shit.
I honestly
Get seated and kick slash out live. Oh, okay. This was uploaded to No Jumper. I thought this was maybe his interview. Is this how No Jumper interviews look like now? I thought it was at the table.
For now, maybe we could come to the bottom of this at some point, but it's probably better that you just leave.
All right, man.
Thank you.
As well as going on a media tour to promote a corn video of his wife with another man.
I feel like it's kind of allowed me to even just embrace the fact that, like, yeah, in prior situations, even with you, I've girls with one of my friends, and that was okay, but because it's a girl who I don't have a real relationship with. But now I'm kind of like, well, why the do I care? Especially as a person, you know, it's like, why would it be such a big deal? If I enjoy it with a girl that I don't give a about, what is the point of me not doing that with the girl that I'm married to? It's not like an inherently
I honestly feel like it's completely different, because I've been in a plenty situations, bro. All my homies are Eskimo bros at this point, you feel me? I mean, she for the team, you feel me? But once you get a person that you want to lock it down with, someone that carries your last name, has your children, hell nah, bro. Ain't none of my homies tapping it. Hey, nobody tapping it but me, bro. No cap. I don't play, especially when it comes to marriage, man. That's a very, like, at this point, like, I'm not against what they got going on. You feel me? That's their life. That's how they live. Like I said, they're not hurting nobody. You feel me? So I don't care at the end of the day. But but in my opinion, this is my opinion. Like I said, when it comes to marriage and things like that, I feel like there's definitely, like, they shouldn't have got married at the end of the day. They should have just been married, but not on documents. I don't know, bro.
Like a disrespectful thing, right?
All of these events culminated in not just the decline of the No Jumper podcast, but Adam also getting labeled as the biggest cuck on the internet. However, despite his reputation and business being in the gutter, Adam is still doubling down on the degenerate behavior that got him there in the first place. From 2023 to the start of 2024, Adam made several desperate attempts at reigniting interest in the No Jumper brand. The first and most disgusting was starting the game show for the Love of Lena. The entire premise of the show was
they gotta get. Oh, is this the same show where that one dude won and he ended up getting the privilege to sleep with Lena or whatever the case, or have a threesome with Lena and Adam?
Another adult film star who was going to sleep with his wife next. The only twist this time was that Adam would be there to watch.
Yeah. So it's the same episode. I wonder if they still continued allowing, or if Adam and Lena continue allowing that after the first episode.
I am Lena the Plug. I am an adult creator.
My name is Adam22, and I co-own Plug Talk with my lovely wife. We interview a different girl every week,
And then we them at the end. But we've only ever done it with other women.
So we've arranged this whole challenge to find the perfect guy to be our first ever boy-girl threesome.
Cheers!
And I know there's a lot of people that's against Adam22, Lena the Plug's relationship, but like I said, at the end of the day, that's on them. That's them. If it works for them, congrats to them, bro. Like, it's not definitely not normalized what they got going on, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it wrong. You feel me?
Oh yeah, I would love to see a dance off.
A dance off.
When that didn't bring in the notoriety he wanted, Adam moved to pretending that he was going to come out as gay. The primary way he was doing this was by dropping hints that he'd be filming a scene with the adult actor Michael Dougherty.
Yo, Adam, what you doing, bro?
Taking things a step further, Adam staged a sus phone call with Michael during the podcast episode.
I'm getting a phone call from a number I don't have listed, and I feel like it might be T-Row. Let's see.
I don't know. That's kind of interesting. That would be very, very interesting in regards of if Adam was, like, if he was, like, bisexual, bro, and this is... But, like, whoever this content creator is that made this video, like he said, it's just probably one of those stunts to try to get buzzing back on the media again.
Hey, babe, are we still doing dinner tonight?
No. Wait.
Sounds kind of like... That sounds like a tranny. Dead homies. Like, my bad.
How you doing? Dinner tonight?
Whoa, Joe!
When did that take place? Oh, this is a year ago? Over a year ago?
I thought it was going to be something.
One mic. Hey, for you running that way? You go that way?
That was... Nah, that was somebody else. Sorry.
I gotta meet some of your ladies. You got a lot of them.
That was planned out.
Not long after, Adam appeared on the show wearing some questionable undergarments.
That's what they're trying to say. Yo, Adam, what's up with my boy?
What it do?
What's up, dog?
Respect this man, man.
You got a Weasel shirt on? Bro, hold on.
I don't know, bro.
What you just got done doing, bro?
Because I don't know what the fuck is going on here, bro. Like,
By the time Adam had fully gained everyone's attention, he made this announcement on Instagram. I'm proud to announce my first ever gay scene. For many years, I have dreamed of what it would...
he did a gay scene, so it's legitimate. Okay, so my next question is he just considering it gay scenes content and he's not actually gay? Is that what he's gonna try to say? Oh, just because I come on camera doesn't mean I'm actually gay. I just do it for the content. Nah, bruh, I'm sorry, but if you gets hard in front of a man like that and you get him, you gay.
Be like to shoot with one of the bros, and I decided to stop holding back and live my truth. I know some of you won't like this decision, but I hope you will choose to respect my choice. Big thanks to my scene partner at It's Michael Dougherty for letting me tear that ass up. Can't wait for y'all to see this content. While Adam never went through with that announcement, he did upload a video
I only imagine how much backlash he got, bro. God.
titled I Convinced the World That I'm Gay, in which he bragged about being able to manipulate everyone on the internet.
Today, I'm embarking on something new and exciting. I am going to be attempting to troll the world into believing that I am a homosexual. Now, the problem is, I am not a homosexual. In fact, I'm straight as an arrow. But I'm going to fool the world, and it's going to be hilarious. First step today, I'm taking a photo with a gay corn star.
He said photo, so it wasn't an actual, like, adult scene, video
That's
scene.
right. I'm going to go down the street and take a photo of myself walking the dog with Jack Doherty's gay star brother.
So, okay, so the little bit I know about Jack Doherty, he obviously is a YouTuber, but from my understanding, he also does OnlyFans with his girlfriend, or at least now ex-girlfriend. But he has OnlyFans. But I didn't realize Jack also has a brother that so happens to be an adult film, gay adult film. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay.
And I'm going to have somebody film it, and we're going to leak the footage and try to get some kind of like news hype cycle going. Am I going to regret this? It's possible.
Following this, Adam shared the...
And kid you not, y'all, and Adam is like a few people that will admit it, but like these type of videos that go viral all over the internet and stuff like that could be drama, could be good or bad, whatever the case may be, but it's all scripted and acted out just to get a buzz on the internet. And that's what Adam did.
Of his sus phone call on stream.
Okay, now it's Saturday. Yesterday I was on live stream, and I had the gay dude. I had him call in, and I pretended it was going to be somebody else, like it was a number I didn't
So in the
answer.
beginning of the video when we started reacting, so yeah, that phone call was scripted, like I said. It's planned.
And he said some gay shit. I've seen a few people in the No Jumper Reddit talking about this and stuff, but it doesn't seem like people are really going for it. But the clip we filmed yesterday, I guess that my PR team was sending it to a couple of meme pages, but they couldn't get it posted. Like, nobody was really biting, so I sent it to a dude that I know. Get in on this, help me to make this a thing. So he posted it, wrote his own caption. You know, in a perfect world, I would probably get like 3, 4, 5 viral gay things going on as part of this. And I realized I'm a part of the hip hop community.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, from my understanding, this was his way of trying to have his comeback after pretty much failing. And I'm assuming this whole gay situation also failed.
A lot of people
probably
think this is like the craziest thing I've ever done because there's a lack of open-mindedness in hip hop. But we're gonna change that by pretending to be gay.
With his April Fool's prank underway, Adam was striving for any form of virality or
I didn't know anything about any of this with Adam22, and honestly, like, that's weird.
Acknowledgement from viewers, but unfortunately, he wouldn't get the reaction that he was expecting. The major takeaway from this video wasn't that Adam was pretending all along, but that he thought he could directly manipulate people into making him go viral. Maybe his previous moments in the spotlight,
and like I said, obviously it didn't work. Because like I said, I didn't even know about any of this taking place, so obviously it didn't go viral. I would have at least seen it somewhere, Twitter especially, but I didn't see anything about any of this.
It tricked Adam into thinking he could catch lightning in a bottle the second time. Sadly, Adam's master plan was nowhere near close to fooling anyone, and viewers made sure he knew that, with comments that read, "Everyone knew this was a bad April Fool's joke. Guy done sold his mind."
Oh, he did that on... was it on April 1st?
And his soul, his wife, his manhood helped this brother, as well as bro really did all of this for 50k views max. By the end of the year, none of Adam's attempts at manufacturing controversy or discourse translated into any significant viewership for the No Jumper brand. However, going into 2025, Adam would make some real moves to turn everyone against him while simultaneously lining his pockets. On the 18th of February 2025, Adam announced on Twitter that he'd be entering the crypto space with a token later known as Cuckcoin, and
oh my gosh. At this point, you gotta be extremely dumb to even try to do any type of crypto scam like this. All these influencers out here that are creating their own crypto coin, whatever the case may be, and then they try to sell it to their fans, and then they end up getting scammed. Everyone knows about this. So why is Adam22, as big as he is, why is he trying to do something that people are aware is happening currently? Scamming people by creating a crypto coin.
Desperately tried to get fans to buy into it.
It's Adam22, and I am coming to the crypto world, dropping my first ever meme coin. So make sure you stay tapped in. It's dropping on Solana ASAP.
Within hours of the coin going live, its trading volume spiked and immediately crashed to almost nothing, as insiders dumped the token on fans moments later. Around this time, CoffeeZilla made a tweet calling Adam out for his vile behavior, and released a few DMs that showed how little he cared about robbing his audience. Reading, "Real talk, you shouldn't run a coin. It's lame and you're gonna scam or get scammed." To which Adam replied with, "How else am I gonna afford all this galaxy gas?" When
what does that mean?
Zilla pointed out the imminent danger of snipers taking advantage of the launch, Adam didn't seem all too bothered, as he'd already gotten paid to promote the coin. Reading, "I don't care, I just got paid to do the tweet, I got nothing to do with it." Adam would even go as far as justify
that's grimy. So he came out pretty much stating that he's in the crypto world, he created a coin meme or however that fucking works, but anyways, he made it seem like it was his, but he was just promoting a brand, pretty much.
Buying his actions with the excuse that other celebrities were doing it. Reading, "No idea, I just did it because Moneybagg Yo, DaBaby, and Kodak are doing it." What made the entire situation...
See, for me, man, like I said, as big as Adam is, like a public figure, content creator, whatever the case may be, you're too known to be trying to scam people like this, bruh. All these successful scammers out here, they're not necessarily like known public figure, YouTuber, this and that and the other, blase blase. It's gonna be always somebody that's living in their mom's basement that's rich as hell.
Situation even more disgusting was how Adam pretended to care about scamming his audience afterwards. Reading, "I'm not happy with how my last meme coin drop went. What should I do differently next time? Who should I partner with to make sure I do it right this time?" The very same day, Adam discussed the Cuckcoin fiasco on his podcast, and tried to empathize with fans, although he made sure to deflect any responsibility for the money they lost.
I was scammed.
You were scammed?
Listen, someone told me
And that's crazy because CoffeeZilla called it.
they had a bag for me to promote a crypto token. I guess I didn't process.
I want to know how much the check was that they cut for Adam22. I'm gonna assume it was a hefty number for Adam22 to put his his reputation on the line. You feel me?
Initially, that it was going to be perceived as like me starting a crypto token. When it was
That's how he made it seem like in that one video clip we saw,
posed
y'all.
to me, they told me, Moneybag Yo just did this. He didn't have any significant amount of backlash. The Baby just did this. He didn't have any significant amount of backlash. Here's a couple other rappers that are set to do this in the next couple days. I take the payment, then
It almost sounds like Adam22 knew it was a scam he was doing. Because the fact that Adam had to be convinced that it's okay, this person is doing it, this person is doing it, they didn't get that much backlash, this and that and the other. So you knew there was backlash. I would have been like, okay, what was the backlash for? Oh, they're claiming he scammed. So now I'm gonna have a target on my back. Bro, why would you accept it?
I look at the text that they want me to post, and I think that it was a little bit outside of the realm of what I should have posted. I think I should have made it more clear
Yeah,
that this was merely a project.
it was extremely deceiving.
That in my heart of hearts, as a non-crypto guy, I was excited about. I think I should have made it more clear that this was not something that I had that I had created out of thin air. I didn't realize, I guess in so many words what I'm saying, I didn't realize it was going to be labeled the cuck token.
How dumb did Adam think his fans were? He took money to promote a token he didn't fully understand, and it ended up costing his viewers hundreds of thousands of dollars. What part of
Like I said, I want to know how much Adam was paid, bro.
that isn't his fault? Did he genuinely expect people to let him off the hook because he didn't know what the developer planned to do with the coin? Well, Adam did
If you're a big public figure, you don't get off the hook with none, bruh.
expect them to overlook it and forgive him when he launches another token.
CoffeeZilla helped me to understand where I may have gone wrong with this whole thing. Now, that being said, dropping in the very near future, there will be a newly revamped 22 token that will right the wrongs of everything that has happened in regards to my other tokens. So I do feel like, as much as this may have been a bad...
I mean, I'm not against him wanting to try it again, hopefully do it better, but at the end of the day, it's also kind of... You can also put it in the same category as him not learning his lesson.
experience for some people, that I will certainly right that wrong with my next meme token. And also, this is part of it too. You really you get the feeling that somebody like me, that this, if people lost money on it, that it was solely speculators, people who are speculating.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like something, like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like anybody who's in the No Jumper fan base, who knows me, who knows what I'm doing with my life, knows not terribly interested in crypto. And as a result, I do feel like this is something that probably primarily impacted people who are outside of my fan base, who are just looking to get a quick payday.
Okay, so in other words, pretty much what he is stating is the only negative backlash he is getting is people that wasn't truly No Jumper's fan base. The only people that are not doing any type of backlash is the No Jumper fans. So he's making an excuse that his fan base, because of being in the hip hop world, etc., isn't all crazy about the crypto industry. So that's why it failed. So he's putting blame on that right there. That's what he's doing.
The No Jumper fan base is 99% crypto illiterate.
They're not going to Adam22 for their financial advice.
They know about lean. They know about Yerkes.
He's literally putting blame on the fans, bro. Like,
they know about probably gooning out, beating their meat for hours at a time.
He and Loki, and for the don't get me wrong, I rock with Adam22. So if it sounds like I'm kind of dogging him right now, I'm not dogging him. I'm just putting in my 2 cents, my opinion. You feel me? Doesn't mean it's right. But he's low-key talking about himself because he already admitted he didn't know really anything about crypto. He got excited. That's why he went forward with the collab. And then with him, a lot of money income that comes in for him and his wife, Lena, is adult film, beating your meat, playing with yourself, etc. He's literally talking about himself. That's crazy.
I don't think that they are crypto spectators. Now, I did learn in the process of doing this that there are a fair number of people that I know who are involved in this sort of thing. I had porn stars I haven't talked to in years, BMX homies, etc., hitting me up saying, hey, let me get that CA in advance. I think that's probably crypto address. I don't really even know. But I was a little bit surprised by that. And that's why the next Adam22 token will be such a work of art and built on such...
We already know what's going to end up happening if it hasn't already happened, because I don't know how old the video is or this interview was, or if the coin came out. It's going to fail again. You burnt your reputation your first try. Like, that doesn't mean, once again, that doesn't mean get back up and try again, but it's one of those things, it's going to be twice as hard now because you already hurt your reputation. Now you got to get your reputation back.
Incredible fundamentals. I plan to put something into the market that even CoffeeZilla himself will almost certainly want to invest in.
It was clear that Adam thought his audience was stupid enough to believe that bold-faced lie, and in turn, they thought of him as a scumbag scammer with zero accountability. With a comment reading, Adam thought nobody's gonna care, meaning he partially knew there was some controversy to this. He knew what he was doing and hoped it wouldn't go bad. Now he's trying to weather the storm. It's insane to be a millionaire, a dad, a full-grown adult, and to lie this childishly. Adam has no issue causing his audience financial pain. But ironically, when he's in the same position, he expects them to help. By the 2nd of April 2025, Adam uploaded a video titled "No Jumper is Going Broke," in which he shares some troubling aspects of the brand's finances and operating difficulties.
So, there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees.
So it's once again, and I'm not saying it's not true or anything like that, but it's just, I just feel like whenever anything goes wrong in Adam's situation, it could be family, friends, business, money, physically, whatever the case is, he finds a way kind of putting blame on others. He's not taking accountability for any mistakes he made within the business that caused it to do it. Now, once again, I'm not saying he's lying or anything like that and making excuses and using the cough as an excuse, but it does come off like that.
And we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue. And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more.
In addition to No Jumper's revenue declining, Adam explained that No Jumper's Instagram...
You know what? That is interesting, though. Now that Adam has brought that up, because I'm not going to lie, even with my content, numbers have they've slowly gone down. There's moments throughout like the months and years and stuff where there's peaks and then it goes down, peaks, and then down. Like, we as YouTubers, we go through those hardship experiences as being a YouTuber. But thinking on it, like, I was pulling in crazy numbers when the cough was was at its peak type ish. You feel me? So that kind of makes sense.
Was mysteriously taken
because everyone was home, so everybody's on their TVs, tablets, phones, watching YouTube and stuff like that. Now everyone's back in school, back at work, etc.
And down.
Well, all that stuff hurt the business, but we were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months, where we experienced 2 major L's that we never could have seen coming. First, we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, We got taken down one day, and we still have absolutely no idea why. We've had...
That's tough. I'm not gonna lie, especially with no warning and no explanation. That is tough.
No luck getting it back, despite being in
So that's already one source of income gone. Instagram.
Contact with what seems like every Instagram recovery guy on the face of the planet. We were bringing in a very solid amount of cash monthly that was keeping us afloat via selling sponsored posts on the account, and that mostly vanished overnight,
while simultaneously facing an expensive lawsuit from a former employee.
In addition to that, we have been hit with a bull lawsuit from a former employee. Now, essentially everything in this lawsuit is completely fictional, and every lawyer that I've spoken to about it has described this as basically an extortion attempt, but it's still cost us a ton of money already, and it's expected to cost us many hundreds of thousands of dollars to see this through to completion.
Then obviously whoever is trying to sue you must be extremely confident in this case, because and it must be a hefty amount he's coming after, because if it's going to cost you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars just for the case alone, I can only imagine if this guy was to win the case, how much he's asking for. He's probably it's definitely millions. It's definitely at least 7 figures, bro.
It's insane to me that a person that we did so much for can just invent some grievances out of thin
Let me know in the comments if you guys are still watching who this is, because I'm curious.
And cost us this much money as a result. This person has literally lost every single friend that he used to have when he worked at No Jumper.
Damn.
His streaming career is completely tanked. Damn. And he even got kicked off the podcast that he left No Jumper to start. But somehow, that's our reality, and we have to fight this rather than just give in.
I wonder what happened there. Obviously, he had some sort of reason to act the way he was acting and no longer working for No Jumper.
This piece of...
Even though the business was going through turbulent times, it seemed like Adam was taking reasonable measures to keep business up and running.
Over the last few months, we laid off multiple employees in an attempt to reduce our expenses as much as possible. We closed down our store on Melrose.
Damn.
And we're in the early stages of selling our current warehouse and moving into a smaller space. To be honest, aside from the layoffs, which sucked, I'm pretty happy about a lot of these changes. I've realized that I should have paid more attention to DJ Vlad and kept my overhead as low as possible, particularly in terms of staff and location. I'm confident that once we get the building sold, we'll be in a pretty solid financial position again as a business.
Yeah, and there's always a way to have your comeback, do your cleanup process. So him getting rid of the store, the warehouse, you know, locating to a smaller location, laying off some people, etc., that's a part of that cleanup process. And sometimes you got to do that in order to start growing again.
Oh, and I also just want to note that I am talking about No Jumper as a business. I've got another business in the form of Plug Talk, and I've got a pretty decent investment portfolio on a personal level. I mean, shit, I'm not $2 million in debt, and I never had to file for bankruptcy like T-Rel. But I honestly spend pretty much all of my time trying to create as much content as possible with No Jumper, and I can't really justify doing so unless the fundamentals of the business make sense.
Despite his personal financial success, Adam didn't want to shoulder the burden of getting No Jumper back on its feet alone, and expected fans to help him pick up the tab.
So, I know what you're thinking, what can you do to help? Well, I do have some ideas.
Let me guess, a donation link,
which I'll sort into 3 categories here: free, cheap, and generous. Free. Obviously, I'm infinitely thankful to anyone who watches our content at all, follows us on the @NoJumperLA Instagram, and in particular, those of you who drop likes and comments on our videos and Instagram posts. In the long run, that stuff is super helpful. Cheap.
That is fact. So if you guys have a favorite YouTuber, favorite actress, rapper, whatever the case may be, show as much love as you can, because it is free at the end of the day. Leaving comments, likes, even dislikes, subscribing, clicking that bell, all that is free, bro. You feel me? And it helps.
We are really trying to get serious about embracing our members here on YouTube. For $5 a month, we've got a ton of awesome benefits, including being able to watch all of our interviews free of censorship and bleeped words before they're released to the public. Members only chat for all of our live stream content, and we're just going to be prioritizing a lot of our most requested content and trying to do that live for members only. So for any of you who are down to spend $5 a month to help support the business, we're just going to try to keep adding more and more stuff to make that an easy decision for you guys who are down to support. And for those of you who have more money to spend, we're introducing a mega premium $100 tier to our memberships that will get your name added to the end of all our videos.
Keywords at the end of the videos. I think the percentage is very low, but there's a very low percentage of people making it all the way through a video $100 a month just to have your name at the end of the video, probably with hundreds of other people's names, bro.
And it will also get you consistent advice and opinions on your music submissions with one free submission per month and discounted additional songs. Basically, we're just trying to do as much as possible for anybody who's down to join.
That's, to be honest, $100 a month. That's not worth it, bro. I'm going to say it right now, because at the end of the day, like I said, the interviews are damn near an hour long, if not longer. No, it's rare that people stick around to the end of the video. So your name, like I said, anyways, you guys know where I'm going with that.
Join this tiers.
Remember, this is the guy who was willing to sell out his fans for a quick buck less than 2 months ago. Now, he wants those same fans to pump up his business. It goes without saying, but viewers weren't eager to show Adam any support, with comments reading, "A millionaire begging us for money is diabolical. Selling your wife and still going broke is crazy, and pay us $100 you get free advice for what you want to do in your career." From a guy who runs a company on the verge of bankruptcy. The decline of the No Jumper brand aside,
this was that was a very bad move, man. That's just adding to your bad reputation.
Some fans speculate,
because that's how people's gonna view it. They're gonna look at, you're already rich, your businesses are failing, and now you're asking us to spend $100 just for a name at the end of the video and advice.
that Adam was making this video to obscure the finances of his business from law enforcement. Why would he do that, you may ask? Well, back in March, Adam's new co-host, Brick Baby, and a number of other gang-affiliated individuals who made appearances on the podcast were either arrested or under FBI investigation.
A lot of people saying that 22 was the reason why Brick got caught up. Out of here. 22, you know what I do? I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the people are getting caught up for is shit, especially with Brick. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been with us, right? So, you know.
Yeah, whatever he had going on has nothing to do, I feel like, when it comes to Adam. Now, if Adam did something online that got him got Brick caught up, then obviously. But let's say Brick came onto the podcast and started saying some things where maybe he self-incriminated himself. That has nothing to do with Adam. Now, if Adam uploaded the video to his YouTube, it is what it is, unless Brick specifically asked him to take that out, the video. But
at the end of the day, I do employ people from the streets, and I guess, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever this shit is, and all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. Sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor, but end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Luce, I got love for Luce too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping them along the way, whatever it is. So, anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No Jumper was the antidote to this bull.
Adam's proximity to gang activity naturally put him in the crosshairs of law enforcement, and it was only a matter of time before they reached out to him for questioning.
I'm in my house, I'm playing poke.
That's why you gotta be extremely careful on who you associate yourself with, y'all. Look, if you want to stay out of trouble and you hanging out with the wrong people, you gonna get yourself caught up just as quick, man.
On my computer,
I stay out the way now, bro.
A guy comes to my front door, and I didn't actually even know, but my girl was communicating with him through the box in the front of our house with the camera. She texts me, she says, a dude is here from the FBI, and basically he's trying to serve you with a subpoena. And so she told him, like a ride or die would, she told him, Adam's not here, and he's off at work or whatever. I forget what she told him.
I mean, shit, the things that you do for Lena, bro, I hope she's a ride or die, bro.
I immediately hop on the line with my lawyer. I said, what should I do? I don't want to, handle this situation wrong. Over and over and over, I've sat down with rappers or whoever who tell me about situations in which they divulge too much information to the police or whoever, and it ended up coming back to bite them.
Fortunately for Adam, his lawyer handled the situation and confirmed he wasn't under suspicion. However, there was something else that they wanted.
One thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Loose Cannon first made the explosive statements.
So it was an interview where self-incriminating took place, and to be honest, especially if I had a team that edited the podcast episodes and stuff like that, I would be especially with situations like this, if there's something that was said within the interview or whatever, make sure it gets cut, because once it's online, it's wraps.
That suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death.
The fact that the No Jumper podcast had given so many of these gang members the opportunity to incriminate themselves naturally led people to assume Adam was actively facilitating it. Whether or not...
I mean, I could see why, though. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if if there's a large amount of people that think Adam, like, works with the feds, you feel me?
Not this was the case is hard to prove,
but I don't think
Adam
that's the case.
made sure to deny any involvement.
You don't feel like you played no part in them getting booked at all?
No.
Like with what they set up here and you clipping it up? I mean, I get
that's not Adam's fault, though. Why does Adam have to be a parent within these interviews and remind you to not self-incriminate yourself? Whatever you say on the podcast, that's on you.
Live and people might be able to screen record, but some of these saying, you sit back, like even the feds probably like, I can't believe like these is this dumb. Well, then you clip it up to reiterate what they said instead of...
Okay, and now I can see, like, in regards to where his frustration is coming from in regards of what Adam did. So obviously it sounds like Adam took that specific clip and, you know, posted it on various platforms, and then it probably blew up. Fed saw it, boom.
It is basically, if somebody comes on the podcast and they want to live their truth, they want to talk about the things that they've been through, then it's none of my business to dig through each podcast and figure out what's criminal, what might come back to get them, because let's be real.
And that's facts. So I agree with Adam on that. Like I said, he's not about to act like your dad and be like, hey bro, don't say that on the podcast, that's gonna get you in trouble. Nah, that's not my job, bro. You that's on you and whoever's behind you, your team, your management, label, whoever, bro. That's on you, not me.
A huge percentage of people's lyrics, songs, etc. are basically putting them in the mix and acknowledging that they've been involved with crimes.
Despite that disclaimer, Adam was more than willing to call these gang members to boost his viewership.
Brick and Smiley are both trying to hit me at the same time. Brick, baby!
Hello. Hello.
Hey, yo! Brick!
Yo. It's the Brick, not the Trinity.
Hey!
So did Brick not know he was being recorded?
Bro, Lush is sitting right here wearing a free Brick Baby hoodie that he had made at the swap meet earlier today. Come on.
Hey, man. Lush, not the flesh. What's the deal?
Come on, my brother.
Hey. You talking about I was in here, and you talking about I'm in here, man. I wasn't doing none of that. It's fine over matter.
So this is after the fact. So this is Brick calling from jail?
Even go through that. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Wait, you were chilling?
You got sick,
I swear to
gang.
God.
Really?
Look. I swear to God. Like, I probably shit in water one time, maybe.
Adam has a reputation of
It sounds like he in good spirits, but
denying involvement or deflecting blame when it's convenient for him, and only accepts responsibility when there's something to be gained. He did this with the crypto scam, and now is doing it with the police investigation. However, when it comes to milking said investigation for views, Adam is more than happy to oblige, as many of the recent videos on the No Jumper channel either refer to it directly or mention it passively. Considering the current direction of the No Jumper brand, it's obvious that Adam no longer understands or cares about what made the brand successful in the first place. Instead of focusing on the type of content that's brought the business to where it is now, Adam has become a master of marketing degeneracy and promoting gang activity. As long as it made him money, Adam wasn't the slightest bit concerned about who he had to use. Whether it was his wife, fans, or the guests of his show, Adam happily welcomed the idea of throwing all of those
now that I think about it, isn't Lena pregnant again?
close to him under the bus.
Well, that's going to be the video. But, hey, man, if Lena so happens to be pregnant again, this time Adam's definitely going to have to start doing DNA tests, especially if they're that open now within their relationship. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, if you guys made it to the end, I do greatly appreciate it. Smash the like button, leave a comment, click that bell while you're at it. Till next time, I'm going to see y'all next time. I'm out.